I was hoping you'd go with me.
You want me to go with you to get your test results?
Well, I was thinking maybe you'd like to put your concerns to rest in person. When the doctor tells me I'm the picture of health, maybe you'll get off my back.
Oh, I'm so sorry you find my concern burdensome.
No, actually, your concerns are very appreciated, even if I don't always say it. So are you too busy?
I am very busy. I have meetings with my lawyers. I have a strategy phone call with Ned. And Lord knows what disaster my boorish behemoth nephew will unleash. But they can all wait. Shall we?
Thank you, Tracy.
Okay, so a covert paternity test is a bit shady, but it'll give you the answers that you need.
I just don't think that the best solution is to be as duplicitous with Britt as she has been with me.
Nurse Santiago, are you still consulting with Dr. Drake?
Is Epiphany looking for me?
No, why should she be? You're technically on break at the moment, although you might want to be more discreet about your trysting place.
That's my fault.
You look worried, Felix. Are you okay?
I'm just here seeking reassurance.
About what?
Please tell me, Sabrina's convinced you to smoke Britt out once and for all?
Have I?
Get out of my way.
No. You have no grounds to fire Ellie.
I don't need grounds.
I doubt Monica Quartermain will agree.
What does she have to do with this?
Oh, didn't you know? All firing requires the assent of the Chief of Staff.
It says who?
Says the GH Human Resources Guidebook, Chapter 8, Section 2, Paragraph 1, and I quote, all firing decisions must meet the approval of the managerial committee, which shall include the acting chief of staff, namely Monica Quartermain. So the question becomes, have you submitted a formal request to sever Ellie's employment? Much less received written authorization. You know, perhaps if you do have the pertinent paperwork, it's squirreled away with that hidden file on Dr. Westbourne, which Ellie will certainly bring up when she contests her firing at the formal inquiry. So,
Formal inquiry.
can you explain that hidden file on Dr. Westbourne? Because if you can't, whatever secrets you're hiding will certainly come to light, and it'll be you and Britt on the chopping block, and not Ellie.
You know, I hope you're not trying to get between me and my brother.
No, of course not. I'm just curious.
Good. Now, if you'll excuse me, I'm exhausted. A girl needs her beauty sleep. And to get rid of the evidence.
Oh, well, just between us girls, you might want to grab a bottle of water, too. Should help with that hangover.
Well, I can use it to take my aspirin.
Actually, I'd advise against that. You'll only agitate your stomach lining. I have some vitamin B pills in the medicine cabinet. Why don't you take one of those instead?
Thanks for the tip.
So, you had a good time last night, huh?
Better than some.
I just want to say thank you.
Oh, you are welcome. From both of us. All right?
Gonna miss you guys. You'd better get going, though.
Yeah, I guess it's about that time. You can call me, text me, Skype. I can be on a plane, whatever you want.
Hey, Danny boy. Stay strong, all right? I know you can beat this thing. You're only 1 year old, but you're already the toughest guy I've ever met. I guess this is goodbye.
To see you later.
Bye, Danny.
Okay. Come on, Mom.
Thanks.
I didn't get to go to my own prom. So, what did you do?
You didn't go to prom? Why not?
My mother thought that it was beneath me. So, what did you do? Did you dance? Did you...
Never got the chance. Prom was canceled.
Canceled?
Oh, it's all good. I know how to make my own fun.
So, what did you do instead?
I just rode around the limo, had some drinks, did it with my date.
You moved on already? That was fast.
This is over with.
Because of Taylor.
Well, she was there when I saw Molly and Rafe going at it. She was pretty cool about it.
Well, look, I'm glad you had someone there for you, man. What did she say?
Stuff. I just felt like a fool being all worried about Molly dealing with Danny being sick when I guess she was cool with it since she was busy macking on Rafe.
Okay, you can't really know how Molly feels.
Doesn't matter. Right? But I showed her.
How? Look, TJ, I know it's got to be hard, man, not having your dad around or your mom to talk to.
Trust me, I do not want to talk to my mom about this.
You might not want to talk to me either, but I want you to know that you can.
Sean, you don't want to hear about this.
Well, if it's bothering you, I do. Even if it isn't, look, I want you to understand that you can always trust me to have your back.
I had sex with Taylor.
I know I said take all the time in the world to say your goodbyes. I didn't realize it was going to be like this. Can we hit the road while there's still a little daylight?
Okay, Rafe, hey, why don't you take Molly outside and finish your chat? Okay, I'd appreciate it because I'd really like to have a word of my own with Dr. Clay.
Let's do this gorilla paternity test.
Really?
Don't question the man. Matter of fact, let's hightail it down to the lab before Dr. Do-Right here changes his mind.
Now, hold on a second. Dr. Do-Right has a few questions. Now, if Ellie is willing to work with us, that's great. But what do we do about her boss? How do we bypass Brad?
Don't worry. I'll deal with the horny hobgoblin.
No, absolutely not. There's no way I'm gonna let you debase yourself like you almost did last time.
No, calm yourself. I mean, I'm not gonna give up the goods, just show a glimpse. I just ask for one thing in return. When the time comes, I get to evict the bridge.
That was incredible. How on earth did you commit the hospital's HR guidebook to memory?
I didn't, but Brad doesn't need to know that.
Well. Looks like my favorite lab rat's here.
Right. He's all yours. I'll see you later.
Miss Trout, I need some tests run.
Of course, Felix. I will send you the results as soon as I have them.
Oh, not to me. I'm actually taking off. Not a moment too soon, as I am all kinds of grimy. I'm headed to the locker room to ditch these strangulating clothes and take a nice, long, hot, sensuous shower. The things I do for those two lovebirds.
Time for my break.
So, you had sexual intercourse with your date.
I just call it sex, but what ifs?
Did you use protection?
What do you care?
I'm a doctor. I care about your health, and you should too. Unprotected sex can expose you to disease, not to mention the risk of pregnancy.
Yeah, I guess you know all about that, huh?
You're right. I would.
But don't worry, okay? We use condoms.
Good to hear. And I'm glad you had fun with TJ. Although I have to admit, I'm actually surprised. I thought that he was hung up on that little drip Molly.
Oh, he was. Okay, but now that I've shown TJ how to have a good time, he's over her, and he's never looking back.
If that's how you think you're gonna hold on to TJ, you got another thing coming.
You with Taylor, you see Molly with Rafe, you're pissed off, Taylor's available, so you say, hey, why not?
It wasn't like that. Not exactly. Okay, it wasn't even my idea. Taylor said we should. I mean, it probably wouldn't even have happened if we weren't drinking.
Drinking. Okay, I've got something to say about that, but first, I want to find out what happened with Taylor.
Look, we didn't do anything stupid. We had protection.
It's good to know you still have some shred of common sense.
Are you mad?
No, I'm concerned. Okay, I can't say I'm surprised that it happened. I just wish it would have been with someone you cared about, you know? Especially for your first time.
I know we kind of already said our goodbyes last night, but I couldn't let you leave without giving you something to take with you.
What is this?
I wrote another book.
Seriously?
Yeah, well, don't get too excited. It's just a first draft.
No, I bet it's awesome. And I can't believe your mom isn't telling anyone who will listen.
Actually, she hasn't seen it yet. No one has. You'll be the first.
Main Squeeze by Molly Lansing Davis.
It's a play on words. I don't know. Maybe it's dumb.
No, I like the title. And I can't wait to read it. Actually, I'll start on the plane. Anything so I don't have to talk to Silas.
Good idea. Oh my god, I almost forgot. Look inside.
To Rafe, who taught me to depend on the kindness of friends.
I hope it's not too much. I wouldn't want to embarrass you.
I'm not really often very wrong about people.
No kidding.
No, but I will admit I was wrong about your brother.
Really?
Yeah, he was a sick individual, that's for sure, but his illness was rooted in grief. He was so devastated by the death of his wife, he didn't know what to do with himself except take refuge in madness. So all those horrific, horrible, monstrous things he did, they were bad, but he did them as a human being, not as a vampire.
Well, on that we can agree.
You are the vampire. What do you think you're doing? You're taking a boy, he's just a child, away from the only family he has. You're ripping him out of a home. He never had a home before. A human being, a person, wouldn't do that. Only a creature without a soul.
Are you finished? Good. Rafe, you ready? It's time to go.
Hi. What are you doing here?
Well, I may have accidentally, on purpose, hacked into the hospital mainframe to track Danny's treatment. I understand he's set to begin receiving chemotherapy today.
Yeah, he is.
You must marshal all of your considerable strength, young Daniel, and know how much we love you.
He knows, right?
Look, if there's anything that I can do, I'd be happy to assist, whether it's sustenance or anything, or just a hand to hold.
Thank you. We appreciate that.
Why don't you go with Sam? I need to find Monica. I told her I'd keep her in the loop.
You're welcome, by the way,
For what?
for my kind and generous offer to join me.
Yes. Where are my manners? You're absolutely right. Thank you so much for this romantic interlude. The smell of disinfectant really gets my juices flowing. Now, where on earth is your doctor?
Wait a minute. I don't want my whole life discussed in front of everybody. Just keep it down.
You're a cool kid. You are amazing and soulful and sweet and smart.
Okay, this is really nice, but I can't breathe. See ya. What are you talking about? Whoever said it was my first time?
Was it?
Yeah, okay, it was my first time, but it was great. I mean, you met Taylor? She's fine.
Okay, look, she's a pretty girl, no question, but there are other things to consider when you sleep with someone.
Like what? My feelings?
A person only has one first time, right? The point is to make it count, to share with someone you care about, someone you love and respect.
I respect Taylor.
Do you love her?
Of course, I don't love her. Look, Sean, I get what you're saying, but it's done, it's happened, there's nothing I can do about it. Up until last night, I thought this would happen with Molly. That's what I wanted, but she didn't want me. You're the one that said I should move on, right? So that's what I'm doing. Molly's got Rafe, and now I got Taylor.
What do you know about me and TJ?
More than I'd like to. The father of this baby wasn't exactly available when I decided I had to have him. He was still grieving his late wife and was not ready for a relationship, but that didn't stop me from making a play for him. I thought that I could make him love me, that he'd want me for the way that I looked, and it worked for a minute.
Well, see? You got what you wanted.
He found me attractive, sure, but that wasn't enough because he wanted another little drip. Look, in the end, Felix is right. Patrick is with Sabrina, and I'm out in the cold with the baby coming.
Hey, Ellie. Hi. Hi. Could we trouble you for a moment? Of course. How can I help you?
I'd like to do a paternity test on Britt's baby.